Okay, best Senate president we ever had is Saraki. Lawan was a rubber stamp. Akpabio is far below standard. Sani slams them. Oh boy. Sani no one here. I'm telling you, the guy no one here at all. So Saraki was more coordinated. Lawan was just a rubber stamp for Buhari. And now Akpabio is below standard for Tinubu. Oh, they are there for their own interest. Let's dive into the details quickly. In a recent statement, human rights activist and public commentator Senator Sani has shared his thoughts on the current state of the Nigerian Senate under the leadership of Senate President Akpabio during a recent interview with The Sun. Senator Sani, who served in the 8th National Assembly, compared the present Senate to his predecessors. He praised the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, stating that Saraki was the best Senate President we have ever had. He underlines Saraki's role in holding the executive accountable and maintaining the independence and integrity of the National Assembly. Senator Sani compared Saraki's tenure with the current Senate led by Akpabio. He criticized the Senate under Ahmad Lawan, calling it a rubber stamp Senate for its perceived failure to check the executive branch during President Buhari's administration. Senator Sani expressed concerns about the consequences of the previous Senate actions. Reflecting on the ongoing issues in Nigeria, Senator Sani questioned the role of the National Assembly from 2019 to 2023. Exactly, that was Buhari's government. It was something else. So Saraki was the best Senate president we have ever had for the fact that he held the executive to account and that for the first time, the National Assembly was viewed with integrity and we maintained the independence and sanctity of the National Assembly. That is the parliament. Akpabio's senator is far, far below the standard of Saraki's Senate, but it is far ahead of Lawan's Senate. Can you imagine? So now Senator Akpabio Senate is far behind Saraki Senate, but far ahead Lawan's Senate. Oh boy. So Lawan's Senate was rubber stamp Senate because part of the problems which we have now, they plunged Nigeria into. The fact that the Senate at that time failed to perform its duty. It was approving everything of Buhari, endorsing everything of Buhari, and then they led us to where we are today. Most of the revelations that are coming out now about how this country was destroyed, the question you will ask is, where was the National Assembly from 2019 till 2023? He said. Of course, we know that the trend in Nigerian government is from bad to worse. If you look at the way things have been from the time Nigeria got independence 1960 to 1963 First Republic to 1966 when the war started, okay, and then 1967 up till now, you see that Nigeria, if you want to plot Nigerian chart or trajectory, it's been nosing downwards till today. We are in a country where if any government coming in will be worse than the previous, or rather the previous government is always better than the present. That has been the trend. When Tinubu, Obasanjo was there, we thought it was so bad until Goodluck entered. Everybody preferred Obasanjo. Now Goodluck stayed there. We said Goodluck was so bad, and then Buhari entered. Everybody said Goodluck was the best. Now Buhari has stayed and damaged Nigeria and left. Tinubu entered. We say, oh no, Buhari was not as bad as this. So only God knows who will enter after Tinubu. So Nigeria keeps on nosing downwards. Okay, in a system where the executive arm of government, which is the presidency, appoints all the key political office holders, key heads of parastatals, and key head of MDAs, what then do you think that will come out of it? All the heads of all the important institutions in Nigeria are appointed by the president. So what do you think? It is a dictatorial system. It is very bad. The powers of the president need to be clipped off. Okay? You can't have a country where the president determines who becomes the head of the Senate, or Senate president who becomes the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He determines who becomes the head of the chairman of the EFCC, the CBN governor, the chairman of ICPC, and he determines who becomes the Attorney General and Minister for Justice. He determines who becomes the Minister of Petroleum. He determines who becomes the Defense Minister, including the Chief Justice of Nigeria. So what do you get? The judiciary and the legislative arm of government, they are all in the hand of the executive, which is the president. And that is why you get it bad the way it is. Even right now, Akpabio is just playing to Tinubu's tone to get, and Akpabio is going to use that to get what he wants. Just like all the people that served under Buhari use Buhari's influence to get everything they want, and everything was going to Buhari's head. That is how it's going to be in this Tinubu's government. Quite an unfortunate situation. All right, so somebody is saying here, there is no difference between Senate President Lawan and Godswill Akpabio leadership style. They are all the same. They are all rubber stamp. The same way Lawan was a rubber stamp for Buhari is the same way Akpabio is a rubber stamp for Tinubu, and that is true. Truth is bitter. Only bigots and tribal fools will attack Sani. That is it. Akpabio is an imbecile. That's what somebody is saying here. Now, wow. I said that's a fact. This is somebody that talks. He doesn't know when to talk. He doesn't know what to say at the right time. Senator Sani has said the obvious. Former Senate President Ahmad Lawan was just a mere toothless bulldog. His successor, Godswill Akpabio, is just far. He is more or less equivalent to Ahmad Lawan. Bukola Saraki is far, far better than Lawan and Akpabio put together. By the grace of God, if we never die finished under this government, we will celebrate a margin for one to finish a pint of Gary, 3,000 naira at a sitting. I'm telling you, the government is terrible. Sir Kafa de Gaskia, Senator Saraki was the best senator Nigeria Senate ever had. All others are rubber stamp. Akpabio only got to be Senate president by all the odds he carried out. Even he himself can attest to this. Evidence is very clear and everywhere. Sani is right. Pure fact, 100%. You are not busy at all. Someone say, liar, you talk too much. You are not busy at all. Please get something to do other than this I know it all syndrome you claim. Somebody is trying to blast Senator Sani here. But of course, everybody cannot like you. That is it. Somebody say, very well said. Indeed, Senator Sani, Dr. Saraki, Senate President, was very independent with integrity because he got the Senate President on his own merits, not godfatherism of Buhari for Lawan and Tinubu for Akpabio. And that is correct. That is very, very correct. So thank you for listening. Sani has spoken his own, comparing the three last Senate Presidents that we've had and ranking them. Saraki the best, and the other two are just the same rubber stamp in the hand of the executive, in the hand of the president. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment and your view as well for sharing and for learning.